Tectonically, the planet is active. Evidence of numerous plate collisions during the previous several million cycles has been found, and active mountain development is still occurring on a number of continents. With only roughly 29% of the surface devoted to land, the land mass is smaller than usual. For a planet of size and at this location, the distribution and composition of minerals are as expected. About half of the planet is always suitable for human temperature needs, but because of an ancient cataclysmic impact, the axial tilt of the Earth is about 23.5 degrees, which forces the habitable zones to shift constantly and makes it difficult, if not impossible, to establish permanent settlements of any kind. In addition, the planet has a wide range of climates instead of the uniform planetary norm found on most worlds. For instance, the equatorial region of the planet is divided into lush rainforests and severe, extremely arid deserts. As one moves towards the polar regions, there is also no consistency. In some places, there are vast wastelands of frozen tundra with no precipitation, while in other places of equal latitude, there are lush forests that retain their foliage year-round or seasonally. There are even forests in this world that mix the two types of plant life. If the environment were to change in our favor, we could install some automated mining stations and visit them from time to time. However, there is one little but important issue to consider. There are native sentient species on the planet. They come from a lineage of apes. The majority of them lack hair. It appears that they lack claws. They lack fangs for seizing and retaining prey, and have small teeth largely used for grinding and light tearing. There's no armor plating on them. They are not the world's fastest runners. They don't have any flight. They are incapable of cocooning. They are not nocturnal. They have developed animal husbandry and farming, and they do eat their livestock, so we know that at some point they must have had adaptations that allowed them to hunt properly. Despite their apparent omnivorous lifestyle, we cannot understand how they managed to evolve as such, given their lack of hunting adaptations. Our observations indicate that they are no more intelligent than the typical races in our galaxy. Given the information we have just shared with you regarding the planet's data and the native species, it would be reasonable for you to assume that they are a migratory species that follows the warm season as it veers around the world. You would be justified in assuming that they are few in number, that their farming knowledge is still in its early stages, and that they are only just beginning to venture outside the boundaries of their pre-sentient ancestry. We forgive you for making these assumptions because it would have been quite simple to do so. There are about 9 billion intelligent beings on this small planet. They have a sophisticated, fixed infrastructure that is spread out over the entire planet, and in order to support their ground-based infrastructure, they have even delved into the nearest orbit to construct a geostationary network of relays. That is correct, really. Repaired. Indeed, they have made it to space in spite of their harsh environment. Instead of chasing the warm season, they have adapted to survive in their world's hostile conditions. We're not sure how they do this. They have permanent homes in places where the temperature drops to minus 129 degrees and homes in places where the temperature hit 55 degrees. Though it's true that only the hardiest members of their species make it out here, they can. We looked at other extreme situations that would discourage these apes after noticing that they live in all of the temperatures that exist in their planet. They gather near their oceans, as do most races, and they seem most suited to the air pressure found there, though they are not restricted to that environment. There are people who undertake recreational expeditions to the highest point in their world, where the atmosphere is only 1/3 of that at sea level, and entire cities of people who work at extreme altitudes, where their atmosphere is less than 2/3 that of sea level, without the need for special respirators. On the other hand, we have been keeping an eye on their information network to find out how far they have explored their waters. To our surprise, we found that they have video records of the deepest regions of their oceans. That depth results in pressure that is 1,089 times greater than what is seen at sea level. Overall, One could initially assume that these are benign monkeys that present no danger or difficulty to the interstellar community, but I beg you, my dear colleagues, we have to keep an eye on these animals because, should they leave their own solar system, they might infiltrate every nook and cranny of the cosmos where humans are unable to travel. We might discover that we are unable to eradicate them and compel them to remain within their home system if we allow them to colonize and they prove to be an issue. Instead of letting them discover us on their terms, I beg you all to kindly speak with your representatives and see if we can welcome these people into the galactic society on our terms. Subscribe, like, and share this channel.